Marvel's newest team was introduced last month in Eternals, so we have 10 new characters joining the MCU. So today I thought it was time for me to stop and rank all 10 Eternals ranked from the worst to the best. Please note that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is Nation, and you are free to comment down below your ranking of all 10 Eternals ranked from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on your screen right now, and also that Marvel playlist. That link is going to pop up above. Also, please note that the way that I'm going to structure this video is that I'm going off of character arcs, I'm going off significance of the plot, and I'm also going off of how I just feel about the character and how much I really like him. So some characters may have pity points in there. And also do note that yes, the clips are going to replay because this movie just came out last month and I don't have clips for these characters in HD. So yeah, these clips are going to replay a little bit. But with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get right into our ranking. Kicking off my list at number 10 for me has got to go to Ajak, the leader of the Eternals. Now, I love her motherly attitude, and Salma Hayek as an actress, I love her. But in a sense, I do not know much about Ajak. I know that she's the leader, I know she can heal her teammates, and I also know that she's as optimistic to the humans as Sersi. And I also know that she has a strong connection with Arsham, the judge. But beyond the couple flashback scenes that we got and the cool factor that she is the mother of the team, this character dies before I even care about her. At number 9 is Sprite. Sprite was alright for majority of the film, and I got behind her character even to the point I felt sympathetic towards her because she's just as old as her fellow Eternals, but has the body and voice of a 13-year-old. So unlike her team members, so unlike her family who can have relationships, who can get into adult situations, her herself has to be dumbed down to a child. She is essentially the child of the group, hopping from eternal to eternal to live with throughout the centuries. But her illusion powers can't hide her from the huge criticism I have in the writing of her character. Literally, she changes sides because she loves Icarus and that she's jealous of Cersei, which is very biblical in a sense if she didn't try to kill Cersei. And then she gets a reward literally 13 minutes after she stabs the woman she's living with at the start of the film. When we meet her, we literally meet Sprite as a character tag along with Cersei, and she stabs Cersei in the back, and then 13 minutes after that, Cersei rewards her by making her human. She gave up immortality to go to school. That's weird to me. At number 8 is Gilgamesh. Now, he probably is one of the most forgettable Eternals because you just don't really think of Gilgamesh from the start. Everyone from here and up, I'm very positive on as characters. But Gilgamesh as a character is the strongest Eternal in brute strength, but he's also the most sensitive in a sense. He's like a big cuddly bear. I love his interactions with all of the characters, how he jokes with them, but I love his interaction with Thena the most. His choice to protect her and watch over her just so she can keep her memories is one of the noblest acts inside of the entire film, but also shows how much he cares for his family. Gilgamesh as a character just doesn't have enough screen time and development for me to put him up higher, especially after the fact that he dies 20 to 30 minutes after we catch up with him in the present. Coming in at number 7 for me has got to go to Kingo. Easily the funniest character in the film. Kumail Nanjiani is just a fun actor, and I'm glad his portrayal graced the screen. From his Bollywood dance number, I knew this was going to be a very cool character to see. But just like Gilgamesh, he doesn't get that much screen time for development, and while he is in a chunk of the film, besides his decision to not take part in the third act and show a different perspective on Icarus's opinion, he agrees with Icarus. He just doesn't believe in the way that Icarus is going about it. And I like that moral question that the Eternal team has between them inside of the film. Kingo himself doesn't do much except for walk around with the Eternals and make some funny commentary with Karun, his assistant, and be absent from the freaking final battle. At number 6 is Makari, my personal favorite on-screen Eternal to watch use her powers is Makari. Now, I'm not saying that she is my favorite Eternal. I'm saying that in terms of power set, to watch her use her powers is fun for me. Yes, I love Flash, I love Quicksilver using their power and how everything slows down for them, but just watching Makkari speed up everything and take us with her is amazing. Clearly, I gave her pity points for her power set because out of all the Eternals, she has the coolest ability, although we have seen this certain ability before. The idea of her being deaf is cool too, and gives more representation to a community that isn't portrayed as much in the movies. But just like Gilgamesh and Kingo, she has no development, and I don't know her beyond her powers and that she's a thief. Very cool to watch her on screen, just not much to her character. Also, she is the last Eternal that we meet up with, and she's not given much from that introduction either. Kicking off my top 5 list for me has got to go to Fastos. Now, this guy didn't get much screen time, but he served his purpose with the time given him. Fastos was one of those characters that I was kind of interested in seeing how they were going to do. He is a gay character, and I do really enjoy Brian Tyree Henry as an actor. But his development inside of this film is a little contradictory of what we knew about him from his awesome origin, with his technology essentially being the thing that created the bomb in 1945 Hiroshima. And then after that, he's very vital in the third act against Icarus and stopping a celestial birth. His technology is what stops the celestial birth from happening, but also his technology is the thing that keeps Icarus at bay. And Icarus is one of the most powerful Eternals, and Fastos was able to defeat him. That's pretty cool to me, that he uses his mind and his technology to his advantage in very cool ways. He was also able to create technology that gave each Eternal a boost when they unite to create the Unimind. He's needed and he's vital to the third act, which makes his contradictory character writing seem redeemed by the final battle. At number 4 for me has got to go to Sersi. The most human of the team is Cersei. She has relationships outside of the Eternals. She loves the humans and wants to live among them and protect them. Cersei as a character makes you want to be more optimistic because she has so much faith in humanity. While Icarus does provide a reason for why the Celestials should be born, Cersei sees humanity as good and that the bad of humanity is not what we should be judged for. She is also vital to the plot, with her powers being the most powerful in that she's able with enough focus and energy can manipulate all objects regardless if they're inanimate or not. Cersei may be at number 4, but she definitely was a huge part of the team and film. This film is essentially about her. Kicking off my top 3 list for me has got to go to Druig. I know Druid might be at the bottom of a lot of people's lists, okay? Druid is not the first person that comes to mind. And originally, he was going to be at number 4 until I thought about it some more. And Druid's backstory is actually pretty depressing and sad. He has the power to mind control. And going into the film, I thought the twist of this film was going to be Druid being the villain. Like all the previous MCU twists have been predictable. But they were able to twist me around and actually have Icarus be the villain, with Druid actually being one of the greatest characters. Because of his mind control abilities, he's able to control many minds to do what he wants, but he uses that power for good. But he also is not allowed to use that power. He loves the humans as much as Sersi and Ajak, and he wants to see them evolve, but he has to watch them kill each other and do terrible things to each other when he has the ability to stop them in a second. All of that is torture for him and is tragic for him because he loves them just as much as his teammates do. Druig may have been the heartthrob of the film to fangirls, but his character was definitely one of the best in the film, even if he wasn't in the film as much. My runner-up at number 2 for me has got to go to Thena. To most people, she would be lower, but from the moment I heard about her character losing her memories inside of the comics and that they were going to be translating that to the film, I thought it made perfect sense. It makes perfect sense that when she's losing her memories, she goes into this trance where she's now attacking her teammates. I love that about Thena. I think that causes a lot of conflict for the team. and that's when I was on board. Angelina Jolie plays this character with such class and fierceness. Thena could be written as just a hardcore warrior, Wonder Woman wannabe, but she has sympathetic moments, and you kind of feel for her. She's not the funniest character, she doesn't get all the jokes, she doesn't get all the one-liners, but she does provide conflict, emotion, and importance to the stories with her visions. But throughout the film, it seemed like they were battling over what her character should be. Should she be this fierce Wonder Woman type warrior, or should she be this sympathetic, tragic character that has dementia in a sense, but also is having visions about their past missions? They were kind of battling between back and forth what they wanted her character to be like. But coming into my number one obviously has got to go to Icarus. Icarus going in, I knew I was going to have fun with this character to watch him on screen. I love the Superman character, and Icarus is almost just like him. He's charming, but so mysterious as well. But let's actually just get to the meat and that freaking twist. I understood Icarus's side of it. I didn't agree with Icarus. I was more on Cersei's side, but Icarus's side, I understood it. Icarus is a soldier that takes orders, and in his mind, the mission comes first. But also, he believes what he's doing is the right thing to do. He lives to serve Arishem. So his mission comes first. And while he doesn't want to do the things that he does inside of this film, he is put here on this earth to serve Arishem. And when he does eventually betrays his team, it's emotional for them and him. Because Icarus gets so much screen time when he kills himself by flying into the sun. It felt somewhat poetic that because of his guilt, he can't even face his family, so he chooses death. Icarus wasn't the funniest character. He didn't have any one-liners like the other characters, but he sure does come in at number 1. Alright guys, that was it for the ranking. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion. My list was certainly not the right list. It was just my list, and you are free to comment down below your ranking of all 10 Eternals, ranked from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on your screen right now. And also don't forget to check out that Marvel playlist. That link is always in the description. With that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.